Hello everyone, lovely to have you with me. It's Carol here at Oak House Journals. I'm going to do assignment number 25 in Margarete Miller's 2024 Collage Weekly Challenge. If the challenge is new to you, details in the description box along with details of any products that I used during the assignment. So let's go through the prompts. A piece of a map with an ocean. Well, I've gone for this piece of ephemera here. I think it's one of the Tim Holtz ones. I'm not positive about that, but I think it might be. And as you can see, I've got the Pacific Ocean on my piece there. A herb or other fragrant plant. I've chosen a peony and I fussy cut this one out. Something mechanical, I've got a mechanical fish. A piece of washi tape you rarely use. Now I've lifted this one out and I don't think I've ever actually used this one. The penultimate prompt is a sticker or rub-on. I've got these All in Create rub-on sheets and I'm going to be using one of these. And the one I've lifted out to use is this one. Absolutely gorgeous, look at that. And if I pop that down on my backing, you can see why I want to use it. I'm going to use quite a large proportion of this to create a background on my working piece of cardstock here. And the final prompt, or the bonus prompt, was anything from a grocery store. Well, I go to Tesco's and do my shopping there, and this, as you can see, is a Tesco's receipt for some of the bits and bobs that I've bought, so I'm going to be using that. As always, prompts in front of me, those there, and let's get started. So I'm thinking of having this as my background on here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to want to use all of this. And as you can see, it is wider than my working area because I've got a 1 centimetre border drawn all the way around here and I work inside that. If I use the whole of the sheet, it's obviously outside that border, but I'm just going to have a quick play to see where my pieces need to go, and then I can decide whether I'm going to use this as a complete background or just intersperse areas. And immediately, if I go with that in the middle, then that is wasted if I use that behind this, so I will chop that out if nothing else. And I've got these portions of a receipt, so I'm going to pop that one down in there like that, and I'm going to line up the edge of this card here with that dotted line and have a little portion peeking out to one side, probably not so much, something like that. And then I'm going to use this piece up here and drop it down a bit, and I'm still keeping that line there, so I'm matching up that portion of the sales receipt with this bottom piece like that. I don't want that writing showing particularly, so I'm going to cover it up with my fish as much as I can. I'm going to have the tail lining up with the edge of the receipt, and I actually want the fish's mouth slightly above this line here because I don't like that edge down there, and I've got a white edge up here and a white edge down there. I need to break that up a little bit. So I'm thinking that I'll use the peony to do that and have the fish going over the leaf so that it feels a little bit more connected. The immediate thing that is coming to my mind is that if I'm going to go with this washi tape that is above my little finger there, if I go with that, the obvious place for it is across there. And whilst it's soft tones, I'm not sure if it will stand out enough on there. I'm not thinking of using the writing, I'm thinking of using these dots, and they're certainly the right colour tone. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go with that arrangement. I'm liking this bit of brown up here, picking up the darker tones down here. Just turn this round for the simple reason that it's more detailed down at the bottom. Before I put my background in place, I need to glue these pieces together. So I'm going to have my fish like that, and I'm going to glue my receipt behind it. Thinking how that's looking, so I'm going to put a bit of glue behind here. So the bottom half of my fish isn't glued down as yet, but I can easily do that in a moment. And I've made my first mistake because I've glued down this edge of my receipt. So I might need to move that a little bit. Put a bit of glue behind here. that. This was just folded over, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue behind here as well. Okay, there we go. So I was looking to have this down here. So I need to just lift up my fish a little bit so that I can get that leaf underneath. I've made some marks on the acetate here where the rub-ons are, and I'm just going to cut inside those lines. So at least I've saved that portion for another project. What I do need to do is to trim down this right hand edge. I'm just going to offer that up on here. I need to trim away that portion and that portion. So this is my rub-on frame all trimmed to size. So what I'm going to do is take away the backing now, like that, and just offer it up again to make sure that it's going to sit nicely up there where I want it, and just go in with my bone folder and start adding the rub-ons. I'm just gently rubbing it in place now. And this should be ready to peel away now, so peel away. And there we go. My goodness, that makes an absolutely gorgeous background. So I'm just going to go round and rub out my pencil marks all the way around, and then I'll be back. And now that the receipt has dried, I'm just going to position that over the top and glue it in place. But for that, I think I'm going to bring in my glue stick. So let me just quickly do that. And try and pick up the greens across there. So let's go with that and that. It's not very dark, and I might actually just go over the top with another piece to see if I can make it stand out a little better. There we go, that makes it stand out a little better. I've got a loose corner here, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue underneath it, like that. And to balance that out, I'm tempted to put another little piece down in that corner. Going more with the browny colours rather than the greens this time. Break that little bit off. Tempted to just go with a couple of pieces down there rather than 3. If I gently lay it down and have a look. Tempted almost to put it sideways there. So let's have a look at that. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just put that little piece in there. So that's come together really quickly this week. So quickly going through the prompts, everybody. A piece of map with ocean. Well, I've got this ephemera piece here with the Pacific Ocean. A herb or other fragrant plant. That was my fussy cut peony. Something mechanical, my mechanical fish. A piece of washi tape you rarely use. Well, this little one came in handy. I didn't even need to delve into my other unused ones or rarely used ones. A sticker or a rub-on. Well, that's the whole of my background. And oh my goodness, I think that looks lovely. And I'm loving how these colour tones are picking up the colour tones on the fish. And then you've got these little hints of brown or beigey colours which are picking up the sepia tones in that. And then finally a bonus, anything from a grocery store. Well, that was my till receipt, which is in the background here. Yep, absolutely loving that one, and I hope you like it too, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Can't believe how quickly this one came together. So until the next time, and assignment number 26, take care everybody. Happy crafting. Bye from me. Bye.